Yay.
Hey, greetings everybody. Greetings everybody. We already got 2 likes already. And welcome to our adventure tonight. We're, for those that don't know, we are taking turns hosting games, and I am hosting a game tonight called WHPA 13 Fairhaven. We'll explain that in just a moment. And for those that are brand spanking new, if you don't know who I am, if you're not a subscriber and you're just coming across here, my name is Paul, and welcome to the channel, welcome to the show. And I do DM tips and, reviews and, all that kind of good stuff, live shows and all that thing. So if you're interested in that, be sure to subscribe. And we are going to do our cool thing of the week. That's our standard practice right now, is we do cool thing of the week. And so we're going to introduce our characters here in a little while, but we have with us Mike, Tim, and Vance. And welcome to the show.
Thanks, Paul.
So cool thing of the week. What's everybody's cool thing of the week? I don't know if you guys can see. Can you guys see yourselves on the screen now?
On the YouTube screen, but not on the eCams. Okay.
Right. So you can see yourselves inside the little tiny TVs?
Yes, I love it.
Okay. Hey, listen, if everything is a failure tonight, that's okay. As long as I got the TVs right, as long as I feel like I got that aesthetic right, that's the vibe I was going for, is that everybody's in their own little TV, since you're going to be playing TV host. So that was that was the goal. So Mike, why don't you start off? What is your cool thing of the week, sir?
My cool thing of the week is, and I'm going to thank everybody for having me in again this week. I had fun last week, and this game sounds crazy, so I'm looking forward to it. But my cool thing of the week is on YouTube, I am Erudite DM, and I thought, what the heck? These other guys are having so much fun. I think I'll build a website and maybe start to put out some content once in a while. So call me crazy, but I'm kind of jumping in that water, not expecting much out of it. But
you're crazy, Mike. You're crazy.
Yeah, crazy. Yeah, I know. Yeah, I know. But I'm tired of work and I don't want to work anymore. So I'd rather read Shadow Dark all day. But my wife is making me still work. But I did start on a website, so we're working on that. And maybe in a week or two, we'll have something to go live with, and I can announce it to the regular channels. I do have an account on X, so if anybody wants to see me on X and communicate there, it's at Erudite DM. So you can get me at Erudite DM.
There we go. All right. Well, thank you, Mike. Tim, what's your cool thing of the week?
Well, I got a package. They have an RPG auction on Facebook, and this is the first one I got from Tom Wilson. So got that. So I'll show you what's inside. You guys will appreciate that because you'll get the joke, and most people here. Yeah, I think we're all going to echo Francis. I'm not sure they're saying that we're echoing too, I think. But I ended up getting copy of The Isle of Dread from Mike. And then I got a copy of Isle of Dread from him. And then I got another copy of Isle of Dread. He had 3 kind of like copies of Isle of Dread he put on there. They're all kind of, they're in fairly good shape. But, table worn ones. And you put them all up in one lot. I'm like, I'll take them. I usually only buy things in 2s, but I'll break my rule for this one. Buy for 3. So so that was my cool thing for the week. Thank you, Tom, for what do they call it? Archipelago? I don't know how to say that name.
Archipelago?
Yes, of Isles of Dread.
Oh, there we go. Well, this time did he well, once again, you're used to, like I said, you're used to ordering one thing and getting multiples anyway.
Yeah, this I knew.
This you knew. Okay.
This I knew ahead of time. Yeah. And I probably have 2 to 3 copies behind me still too. So don't ask me.
You can't have too many Isles of Dread. I have the orange. No, I think I have the orange cover.
Well, you got that's the more rare one there. That's the cool one there too. So I think I got one of those.
Okay. All right. Well, those are cool. Are you gonna run them, or are you just like hoarding?
Oh, well, I figured I would just put them all in my campaign world, different places, And then I would just say, run them as in the condition of the modules in. So
Okay.
if it's all wore out, I'm just kidding. I don't know what I'm going to do. I have no idea.
Of course.
I'll read them again.
Sure. Absolutely. That's what we do with stuff. Our old OSR stuff. We just read it again, right?
Yep.
Break it out.
Yep.
Vance, what is your cool thing of the week, sir?
Excuse me.
I'm trying to think. Well, in the theme of last week, I think we're continuing to be patron of the arts. We went to one of our local art museums where they actually were doing a live ballet dance performance in the art museum, which was pretty cool. Very up close and intimate with the dancers, and
Wow.
no art got knocked over or broken or anything like that. But it was
Really?
that was really cool.
Wow. What do you call a group like that? Do you call them like the Any Outies?
I don't know.
Or
I don't know where you're going with that one, Paul.
I'm just
Yeah.
wondering. I don't know if you're going to be belly dancers. I mean,
Yeah.
you got to come up with, maybe they're called lint.
Yeah. So, yeah, it was one of the local, another one of the local ballet troops in
Wait.
the area.
Oh, did you say ballet? I thought you said belly dancers. You said ballet dancers.
No. There are belly dancer performances around that we haven't gone to any of those. So this is ballet.
Okay, then I'm completely. Yeah, we should not call them Any Outies. That'd be inappropriate.
That's what I was looking at.
That'd be inappropriate. Or lint. I thought you said belly dancers and it's ballet dancers.
I'm trying to figure out what Paul's losing it again. Oh,
Fantastic. Well, good. That's good. Little
That's why
little
we don't
culture.
let you out in public.
That's why I'm inside this TV here. I store myself in here, and I can I'll be okay. All right, so tonight, for those watching, we want to thank those that are showing up here. We want to thank R. Francis 327 for hanging out with us. Appreciate you being here. And we're going to be playing this game that, once again, I have no idea other than I've read it. I've watched a little bit of it played. I have never played it. I have never run it. So this is all experimental. I'm going to give it a shot. I'm going to give it a chance. And I think I have the perfect cast of characters to help me try this out. They are going to be playing public access hosts. And we're going to let them introduce themselves as to what their role is and their names and so forth. So I'm going to start once again to my right, since I have you guys organized that way. I'll start with Mike. Mike, if you want to introduce yourself as who is your host? What kind of host are you?
I am, and you may recognize the name from 70s legend, but I am Carl Spackler. And by day, I am an assistant greenskeeper over at Bushwood Country Club. And on the side, I run a little show on public access where I talk to local celebrities, like the new assistant manager at the Taco Bell, or maybe the mayor, or maybe the trash collector, people like that.
Okay. All right. Very good. Tim, tell us about your host. What kind of host are you? Is Tim frozen? He's stuck in this thinking position.
God, we lost Tim.
It's okay. He'll be back. He'll be back. He's doing his public access show right now. Vance, tell us.
The cable repair guy. And his
Yes. Vance, tell us about your character.
All right. It'd be Oliver Pendergrass. By day, a mild-mannered diesel mechanic. At night, he's the host of the local garden show known as Ollie's Midnight Garden, specializing in rare and exotic plants and the care and feeding thereof.
Nice, a gardening show. And Vance, tell me your character's name again. Your host name.
Oliver Pendergrass.
Oliver Pendergrass. Okay. All right, Tim. Who is your what host are you?
Am I able to share a screen here, Paul, in this thing?
I have no idea. You might be
I
able
gotta
to.
share screen. Let me see here. Let me bring it up here. I will show you who I will be playing tonight. I put some effort into this, so let's see. All right, share. Oops. Do you see it there?
I do. Let's see. Oh, very nice. Very.
This is Victor Von Vapid.
Very nice.
He is the host of the Saturday Night Monster movies. It is called the Living in Sanguination. And let's see if I'll show you. I got another little prop here. Like I said, I did some.
You did.
Yeah. So I've got that, and then I'll show you what my ad looks like on television right now.
Okay.
Hope if I can find the share button again. I did my own little TV thing too, so let's do that. Share. So that's what the.
Oh, there we go. Living in
sanguination.
Okay.
Yes. And then he's got his little VVVs on there and stuff like that.
Okay.
And he's got a little sidekick named Lewis, which is the rubber chicken with opinions.
The rubber chicken with opinions.
Yes. And
do you have a picture of him?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, I was just wondering.
I was having fun with this. Yeah, I'm showing him the picture. Yeah. Yes. Yeah, Paul hasn't kicked me off yet. He may after this.
Oh my gosh. Look at this. You couldn't. Hey, I understand.
So that is his little buddy who criticizes all the monster movies he shows because he thinks they're all trash and he doesn't like them. The rubber chicken.
The little chicken looks just like him.
A little bit, huh?
Okay. Fantastic. Right. That is, now we have the visuals.
Yeah.
Okay. Welcome, Nomadic Wanderings. He says, I have no idea. I have no idea where this is going, but I bet it's going to be wild. Oh, yes. Yes, indeed, sir. That it will be. All right. Let's see. Tim, did you stop sharing?
Oh, what? Yeah, I think I stopped sharing everything. So should have been.
Okay. Well, I'm just, I need to figure out then how do I get the background back. This is all new technology too, by the way, guys. I use, everybody else uses Restream. I use a thing called Ecamm. So I am, it's not new to me, but doing it new in this sense of having extra people on and so forth. Let's see here. Ah, there we go. Here we are. All right. Let's see. All right. So now that we have our guests here, where would it's after your shows are not currently on the air. They're running reruns tonight. So where would all of you be? Would you be hanging out together? Would you be where might you be?
I would say the Denny's.
Okay. Are you all there at the Denny's or is just or where's everybody else at? Did you guys go out for a meal together or
Denny's sounds good.
Okay. I'm just wondering, is the Baron still in costume, or does the Baron have different clothes, or is he always dressed as the Baron?
No, that he's a high school janitor, so he's can't go as that.
That's true. Yeah, that's true.
He's in regular janitor. What do you call it? The onesies.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. Okay. All right. Well, as you're sitting there, and I'm just assuming is Carl there as well?
Can we get more coffee?
Yes. You can't.
I was talking to the waitress. I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. Her name's Beverly, and you're very familiar with Beverly. Beverly, Beverly knows you guys. You guys have probably frequented there before. And she goes, "How you doing, boys?" And she's chewing a big old wad of gum. You need some coffee there, Carl? There we go. Give you a little bit of coffee.
Yes, please.
And can I get anybody anything else? How about she uses yours? She watches your show, Baron. She's a fan, so she calls you Baron. Baron, I just want to tell you. She goes, I love them old horror movies, and I don't know, that chicken's always wrong, Baron. I just want to let you know that chicken's wrong.
Yeah, he's got things to say. I get where he's coming from, but he just doesn't have a head big enough to fit some brains in it. So we take that into consideration.
And then and Oliver, I just want to tell you the advice you gave for my petunias. My petunias are growing very well.
Oh, good. Well, remember, you can always get all the Pendergrass Plant Panacea, $19.99 for a bottle, or 2 for $34.99. It's we have it for sale down at the shop.
She's writing this down at the shop. Okay. Well, I'll make a note of that, and I will
down at Waldron's Diesel, where I work during the day. Yeah.
Okay. Waldron's Diesel. All right. And while you're sitting there, and of course you got those big windows in the Denny's there, you can see outside that there is there is a what looks like fireworks going into the air. You can see it goes. You hear a pop. It goes. Poosh. One goes up in the air. And it goes. Poosh. The second one goes in the air, and then poosh, the third one goes in. They're all kind of pop, 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 and all of you recognize that is the signal that you should get to the station. The station manager needs you.
We don't have beepers.
All right, you guys go. I'll get this one, and you have to. You owe me. I only got 20 on me right now.
So Beverly, I'll take my Mr. Pibb to go.
Yes, Baron. We will get it right up, and she gets it for you, and she brings it over to you. How is everybody getting to where you're going? What is everybody's either driving, or what? Do you have a vehicle, or what's happening here?
I have a bicycle.
Oh, okay. A BMX Huffy?
No, more like one of those 3-wheeler grandma bikes with a big basket.
Oh, my mom used to ride one of those. That's fantastic.
Yeah. Well, that way, if it's late at night when I'm coming home from the station, I don't have to be real stable on the bike. It's okay if I'm tired or if I had a beer.
Exactly. Okay, so how is everybody else going to get there? Is somebody going to jump in the basket with Carl, or?
I got a clapped out Dodge Power Wagon with a 4x10 bolted onto the front as a bumper.
Okay, all right, and how's the Baron going to get there?
Well, on his Suzuki 120 off-road bike, of course.
Of course. Okay. Well,
it doesn't have a basket.
It does not have a basket. Okay. All right. So as you guys are exiting the Denny's, you can hear the sound of what sounds like playing cards or some sort of cards in spokes. You hear this, and you know by that sound that that is who is affectionately or not affectionately called the little bastards of your town. That they're a bit of a kind of a little gang. And they are now meeting you outside. And what you can see is that as they're riding up, they're all kind of wearing these denim jackets. Some have sleeves cut off. Some of these guys have mullets. There's one young lady there who has some different colored hair. And you can tell that they're there, and you have history with them, by the way. You have history with them. That they tend to show up and abuse you guys. They sometimes take your money or they're just abusive. So they come up and you can see that one of them gets off and is now sitting on your bike, Carl. They ride up and they jump off and they get on your bike and they're going, "Where you going, Carl?" And
it's an emergency. I got to get to the station. Don't mess with us now.
Oh, they go, "Carl's busy, everyone. He's got a show to do. Who are you going to interview this week, Carl?"
The chief of police, and if I'm late, he's going to come looking for you.
Oh, the chief of police. That bonehead. He's no good anyway. How about I come on the show and you can interview my butt?
Do you sing with your butt? I could do karaoke.
The other bikes, while he's having this conversation here, the other little bastards are blocking your vehicles. One is two are around your bike, Tim, which will make it a little difficult. And there's at least one or two. There's the young lady and another gentleman is over there in front of your truck there, Oliver. And they say they just kind of say, "Hey," one of them steps up. There's a girl in the group, and her name is her as Ace. And Ace says, "All right, boys, you know the routine. Empty your pockets."
Oh, damn it. I just gave Beverly my last cash. Just get out of the way. We've been through this. Go if you want something. Go pester Beverly.
Listen, we don't. They're like, we don't want Beverly. You know the drill. We've been through this before, and you're going to give us what we want, or something's going to get messed up.
Paul, can I run back inside Denny's? I have an idea.
Sure. Yeah, you can run back inside Denny's, and you can hear
I get out of there and I run back inside the Denny's and find Beverly.
Okay. All right. You're going to find Beverly. Okay. What are the rest of you guys? While he's doing that,
I run away.
Yes. Carl runs away, runs back into the store, and you can see that one of the little bastards knocks over your bike. Baron just kind of like kicks it over. He says, "Listen, we're not kidding. You're going to give us what we want or else."
I kind of stand there and cross my arms. I realize I got a bigger mullet than you. I got a bigger bike than you. And I shit bigger than you in the morning, boys. And the real important thing to listen to, and I want you to listen to me closely. I'm sure eventually you guys will graduate long enough to get into high school. Now, this is very important, so I want you to listen up because I know that you've got some shit in your ears because that's what you guys are always swimming in. Just think about it. When you get in high school, I got the keys to all the lockers. And if you got something that might be secret in there, I'm going to know about it. And then if I know about it and you start pulling this crap with me, I guarantee you, everybody else is going to know about it. So you better be a little bit nice right now and get away from my bike before I get ornery.
All right. Well, and most of these guys, you kind of know, they've been there, but they've been suspended from school.
They don't care.
Most of the time. But what you can do is give me a mouth roll. Use your mouth.
Oh, okay.
And let's see what that does.
Yeah, I have no idea.
Use your mouth roll, Tim.
I use my mouth roll. It's D6 for each one I have. Then Paul, you said.
Yeah, you're gonna do D6 for every point you have in that particular skill.
Oh, okay. 6 and a 2.
All right, so your little bastard, you were able to, make them back up, right? So they effectively said they went and they kind of backed up a little bit. He says, "I can't be suspended again. My dad's gonna knock my lights out." He's so fine. He kind of backs away a little bit. Oliver, what do you do? They're in front of your. One of them's got flipping around a butterfly knife, and looks like they're threatening the tires on your van.
Oh,
on your truck. It's a truck, right?
Yeah, it's a pickup. So all I'm gonna do is I'm gonna hop into the cab, fire it up, and just basically, in spite of me being a diesel mechanic, this thing is very poorly tuned. It's just gonna roll smoke at them. I'm just gonna gun it and smoke them out.
Okay, so you're gonna do like a donut? Do like donuts?
Well, no, I'm just gonna fire it up.
Oh, just fire it up and.
I've pulled straight in. They're behind it, trying to block me. So I'm just gonna hop in the cab, fire it up, and both dual exhaust, just completely, envelop them in diesel smoke.
Okay, all right. Let me see. They're gonna have a little roll. Let's see what they do. Oh, one of them moves away. The other one does not. The two that were there, the one kind of just breathes it in. They're like, they're like diesel smoke. He's like, he looks like the kind of kid that is used to smelling on the pipe, the exhaust. The other kid is just Ace. Ace is the one that's like and kind of rolls away a little bit. What is Carl doing now?
So Carl used his bonus action to run inside and get some raw eggs from Beverly, and I intend to run back out and pelt them with the eggs.
Okay. All right. Give me a body. Give me a body check. For you to see how you're going to throw some eggs.
All right. Are we doing this on roll 20, or I have physical dice, which I rolled a 2 on?
Okay, that's whichever you prefer.
Yeah.
So you want to stick with the 2?
I'll stick with the deuce.
Okay. So an egg just flies over some kid's head, and in fact, you threw it, and it actually winds up hitting Oliver's truck, and it splats right on his side window, and it goes.
Not again.
What is my rate of fire with these eggs?
Rate of fire is going to be you're probably going to do one, unless otherwise noted. You're probably going to get to throw one egg per turn. So what I'll do is this: any one of you, go ahead and just roll me let's have Tim. Tim, roll me a d6. We're going to roll initiative and see what happens next. Now that we kind of got the opening things going.
3.
3. All right, and then we'll kind of go from there. Let's see. Well, it doesn't matter. I got a 2 and a 2. So, all right. So either way, you guys are going to get to go. So what do you want to do now? These kids, you're kind of putting them off a little bit, but what do you want to do next to deal with these little bastards?
Well, I still have eggs. I'm going to fire another egg when I can.
Go ahead. Fire an egg.
Sorry about the truck, man.
4. Here
4.
comes another one.
Yeah, 4. Yeah, that doesn't that kind of goes over some kid's head and lands beyond him, and they're just like looking at you like you don't know how to egg anybody, do you? You're terrible. We're gonna come to your house later and show you how to really egg somebody. All right, let's see. Baron, what do you want to do?
Let's see here.
Now, Tim, I keep calling your character Baron. You go by Baron on the show, right? Did I hear that correctly?
No, I'm Victor Von Vapid on the show.
Victor. Okay, Victor. I'll change it to Victor.
Victor Von Vapid.
Gotcha.
That's why he's got the little...
I was thinking Baron Von Vapid, and so I was like...
No, he hasn't achieved any type of nobility.
Gotcha, none of that. Okay, Victor, so go ahead.
Yeah.
What do you want to do? You got your bike is down, and you got two little bastards there.
My bike is... No, they didn't push over my bike yet.
Oh, yeah. You're the one
they
that...
pushed over his bike.
No, you got one sitting on his bike. You got the ones they knocked over your bike.
Oh, they knocked over my bike.
Yeah.
All right. I take my Mr. Pibb. I shake up the can and blind the little bastard with the ball.
Okay. All right.
So is that
all
another
right.
body?
Yeah, it's another body. That's right.
Okay. All right. 1 and a 5.
Okay, a 1 and a 5. The 5 is going to do it. You blind him. They are now blinded by the Dr. Pepper.
All right.
All right.
Get him. Get out of here.
Oliver, what do you want?
Get him.
That's right. Oliver, what do you want to do?
So I got Smokey still. I got Smokey still hanging out there without being that. So I'm gonna pull out with my trusty sharpened screwdriver, and if he's gonna mess with my tires, I'm messing with the tires on his bike.
Okay. All right. I'm going to say that you're just going to go ahead and do that. I don't think you need because you're not hitting him. You're kind of hitting the bike. So I'm going to say that are you just going to flatten his front tire or whatever? You're going to get out and just go stab it?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Fair enough. So he's like, "Oh man, I don't believe you did that." And he's angry, of course. And okay. Now it's going to be, all you guys have gone, now it's going to be their turn. There's only a few of them left. Ace got chased away from the car, so she's over there and she pulls out her slingshot. This is why they call her Ace.
Uh-oh.
So we're going to go ahead and see what she does here, and who is this going to be to? First of all, let's see. We got 3 of you, so let's go ahead and just roll this. And all right, it's going to be she's now aiming at Victor. Victor, she is aiming her stuff at you, and she's going to try to clock you one. So let's see if she can do that. Oh, she got one. She got one, so she's going to do 1 hope point of damage.
1 hope
Because
damage. Okay.
yeah, and a rock just beans you right in the head.
Man.
The other ones over there, one of these kids pulls out, he reaches behind him in his back, the one that's sitting on your bike, Carl, and he pulls out some nunchucks. And he's going to come over to you, and he's going to try to hit you with his nunchucks. Let's see if he can hit you with some nunchucks. Maybe not. We'll see. All right. No, he's not very good. Nope, he missed you. So he has swung. He did this like thing, like, from the last, karate movie he saw, and he goes, and he winds up hitting himself in the nads.
That was Big Mickowski out in the parking lot.
Yeah, that's right. He hits himself in the nads, and is not doing well there. And then we have the kid that you messed his bike up. You messed up his bike, Oliver. So he is going to. Let's see what he's going to do. He's going to, let's see. I think he's going to try to do like a bike trick. Like he's going to ride at you like on his broken thing, and he's going to try to flip his bike wheel around and hit you with his bike wheel. Okay. And on his busted thing. So let's see if he can.
I'm gonna pop a wheelie on your face.
That's exactly what he's going to do. He's going to try to flip his bike around, do this cool bike trick. I don't know if he can do it, but we'll find out if he can or not. Let's see here. Nope. In fact, he rolled a 2. Not only is this a terrible bike trick, he flips over his bike like it snags. Yeah. Like it just snags the ground, and his whole bike just whoop 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 plump plump plump, and he falls to the ground. And the last little kid that's there, he says, he decides that he says Ace is watching, and she says, guys, this is so stupid. Let's get out of here. Let's go to my house and watch a movie. These guys are jerks. And they
tune in at midnight on Saturday.
That's right.
Are there opportunity attacks in this game?
There are not. I'm going to give you a free throw if you want to. As they're riding away, if you want to take a free throw, it's not an opportunity attack, but you can just take a free attack as they're riding away.
I've got one of my props I might use as a weapon in my pocket.
Okay. What do you have?
I think I can drag. Can I drag it into Roll20 on the screen there?
Your weapon?
Yeah, my weapon. Will it show up? I don't know.
No, I don't think.
You can share screen.
You can share screen, right?
Okay, I just describe it vividly. So you remember some time ago, like 30 years ago, Bic used to make those little pins that were blue on one half and white on the other, and you had the 4 different colors, and you press them like that. I got one.
Yes.
Okay.
Can I try to poke Nunchuck Boy with my big pin?
Absolutely, you can. He's trying to get his bike up. He's trying to get his bike up and get out of here. It's like, ugh. He's like wincing. He's like, oh, my nads. He's almost like throwing up. He's almost like,
So I'm going to take my big pin and try to ride all over his face.
Okay. All right. Go ahead and do a body. Go ahead and do a body check, and let's see how much you can get on there.
Is a 1 good or bad?
1 is bad. Ones and 2s are bad. In fact, to succeed, you have to roll a 5 or a 6 on either of the dice.
I'm thinking I stabbed my own scrotal sack with the big pin.
Yeah, I don't think you did that. I think you attempted to do it, and he wound up kind of knocking your hand away or something, and it flew out of your hand. And
what's notorious about those pens is they get jammed because there's too many things in there and then they won't come out. So the things get jammed inside.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And so they're out of here. They wind up running away, and they're limping away. Some of them are trying to ride their bikes, but their tire's flat, and they're like, and they're trying to get away. So you guys now you're heading towards WHPA 13, and Carl is riding his bike. I don't know. Did you say yours is a truck, Oliver? A diesel truck?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
If
Diesel pig, yeah.
I was going to say, if Carl wants a ride, I bet you the bike could probably fit in the back of the truck.
Yes.
That's what we usually do when we leave Denny's. Sometimes he'll give me a ride. And
There we go. Okay, good.
Right
wobbly.
Okay. So you guys are heading down there, and of course you guys are heading out. This is out in the sticks, so you can see where you're going. You're going through Fairhaven, which is, just this little kind of Midwestern town that's kind of seen better days, but you can kind of see it's, as you're driving through Main Street and those things, there's these old mom and pop stores. There's, all kinds of, you can kind of see this transition it's in where it's trying to update and it's trying to do some things. And you can see there's the local Radio Shack and, Bob's Pizza and all those things. And you're heading out towards, west of town, and, you wind up on a dirt road, and you can see the big tower that's there. And, you eventually get to the station, and, you go inside, and that there is a code for where you guys are going to, what you guys are going to be doing. There's a filing cabinet. There's a filing cabinet in the office that you know about. Let's see. I'm going to see which one of you is going to do this thing. Okay, we're going to have Oliver. Oliver, you are the person that says, okay, I'm going to go ahead and you know this code. There's this code, and there's this filing cabinet, and you know which order to pull the files. Like you have a file of receipts and a file of station sponsors.
Right. Yeah.
And so you're able to.
Wait, the doors open in the right order. Yeah, 1, 3, 2, 4. Yeah.
Correct. And when you do that, there is the floor winds up opening. There's like a little, the tiles start to move out of the way, and then you're able to kind of walk down these stairs into the lower part of the station.
Okay.
And when you get down there, there is you see the lights kind of, there's these fluorescent lights begin to flicker a little bit. Yep. And they don't all fully come on, which is normal. There are some dark spots and whatever, but in the center of the room, you all see that there is a table that is sitting there. It's kind of like a round bar stool table. And on the table is a red phone, and that is how the station manager contacts you.
Okay.
And at that time, you can hear that the phone starts to ring.
Is the station manager a clown?
Well, that's what the phone does, and that's normally what it does. You talk to the station manager about that. Who is going to answer the phone?
I'll answer. Sounds pissed.
Okay, you answer the phone, and the phone is connected to these. Around the room, there are some Pioneer speakers, some of the old ones that look like they belong in your car.
Right.
And so when you pick it up, it kind of signals, and you can hear the station manager. Thank you, hosts, for coming quickly, or as quickly as possible. I hope that you didn't have to deal with those little bastards again. They are quite the pain. But there are bigger fish to fry, the manager says. He says our fair town of Fairhaven seems to be having an issue with some kids who got to playing with a Ouija board. And now there's some things happening in town that is not going to be is very chaotic. In fact, we just got a call down at the arcade that there's some trouble down there, and that's all the report that I have, is that some kids were playing with a Ouija board, and now there's chaos happening down at the local arcade. And so if you guys would you go down to the arcade and hurry up too, because you don't want the Fairhaven PD involved in this. You guys want to try to handle this yourselves if you can, because we don't know the involvement of the Fairhaven PD and all these things. They tend to be kind of shady about these things. And so
Ouija board?
Ouija board. Yes.
They're shady about Ouija boards, so this is a regular occurrence in Fairhaven.
Well, yes, as you know, this is clearly something that happens in Fairhaven. You've been host in this town, and you have seen all kinds of things that has been happening here. And so if he says, so the station manager says, get over to the arcade and see what is going on. I hear there's chaos going on over there.
Yeah, it's just gonna be like that emo kid with the tarot cards again. All right.
I swear, if those little peckerheads miss my high score up on Mortal Kombat, there'll be a hell to pay.
Okay. All right. So are you guys going to head over to the mall then?
Oh yeah.
Post
I go
haste.
over to the mall. I have a connection over at the mall. I got Chester over there, the security, Chester Bish, the security guard.
Yeah, you do. And if you're heading over there, you head on over there, and you go through you go to the mall, and you go through the doors and so forth, and it's about it's like 5:00 on a Thursday. So you have there's kind of a fair amount of business, and you can see outside of the arcade there's all kinds of people watching in there. There's adults, there's kids, and they're like horrified. They're like, oh, and your security guy sees you coming in and says, Victor, you got to get in here. He says these machines have gone crazy, and there's kids in there, and there's you got to help. He says I couldn't do anything. Every time I go in there, I got shocked.
You got shocked. I cracked my knuckles. We'll go take a look there, Chester. We'll see what's going on in there.
Okay.
So we get it. It's so funny, Aladdin's Castle. We used to have one of those around here. So what do we see there?
You part the crowd kind of parts for you guys as you guys are coming in, and you can see 4 kids seem to be engaged with a game called Gauntlet.
Oh,
and there is this blue electric light that is emanating from Gauntlet, and it is trying to pull them in to the machine. And on the and the attendant there is trying to grab a hold of them, but every time he grabs one of them, he gets this. You can see him. He grabs them. He goes, and he gets a shock. But the kids are fighting as best they can. They're like, they got their feet on it. They got their their hands. One hand is here. Some of their bodies are in the screen, already. And the machine itself is trying to engulf these kids. What would you like to do?
Well, I get Lewis out. I pull out my rubber chicken.
Okay.
And I'll go in there and I'll pull the plug out of the thing. Hopefully, I'm using the chicken as a wrap around my hand just in case I get shocked. I got some rubber to insulate me.
Okay. Okay.
All right, Lewis, let's do this. And then I head in.
Okay. All right. You go in there, and you're going to go unplug the game, correct?
The gauntlet. Yeah.
Okay.
Because I didn't have a high score on that game, so I don't care.
You don't care about that. Okay. So you go over there, and when you are going over to unplug, out from the game steps this electric type being that's illuminated with this kind of blue electricity that's all over them, and it looks like the image of a young girl that has come out from the machine, and it's pointing its hand towards you like this, and like it doesn't speak to you, but it's telling you to stop.
Okay. All right. Well, I'm going to try this, Paul. I've got a special power. They have on a successful mind check, I can receive vivid flashes of arcane, occult, or scientific knowledge.
Okay.
So I will try to do a mind check.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yes. Is this your supernatural? Is this your? You have to get a.
No. This is just no. This is just for being a monster movie dude. This
Gotcha.
is just one of my skills, I guess.
Gotcha. Okay.
No, you don't want to know what my supernatural ability. I don't want to have to bring that out unless I have to. It'll get real bad in here for that.
Okay, well, give it a shot. Go ahead and do your mind thing.
Okay, I got 2 in mind. There it is. We got too many screens up right now. I don't think I succeeded either one, Paul.
No, you got a 2 and a 4, right? So you don't get any impression off them at all. Carl or Oliver, what do you want to do?
Ooh. I have a safety item, if I can use that. It's a little desk-sized spool of Scotch tape.
Okay.
Could I try to bind their hands or subdue these crazy?
It's certainly an option if you would like to try that.
I'm going to try that. It makes a lot of sense to me.
Okay, well, go ahead and roll and see what happens. Do your body check.
6.
Look at that.
That's like a 20 in this game, isn't it?
Pretty much, yes. So you're taking your tape and you are binding up the entity's hands with the Scotch tape, managing somehow to avoid any feedback or any type of damage yourself. So you're putting the hands there. Oliver, what do you do?
Ooh. Let's see. I'm trying to look at my stuff here, and I'm going to say. So we get and I don't know. It'll either go well or it'll just completely go, completely something inappropriate. but as I have a special gadget, and as previously advertised, it's his special fertilizer. Are there any like potted plants out there, like in the corridor outside?
They're absolutely in the mall. Absolutely, there are potted
Oh.
plants.
Get a
so he's gonna
cactus.
spray one of the potted plants. And we're just going to see what happens with the fertilizer because it runs on a D6.
Okay.
So we're going to roll a D6 and see what happens.
Okay.
A 4. It becomes entangling, and so he's going to try to get the plant to again help Carl with entangling and somehow restricting this entity.
Yeah, the you get some reaction, like it's attempting to do what you want it to do, but there's something you feel like it's not. Maybe you need more fertilizer.
Yeah, that's probably what I mean. It's not a it might have been a bad batch that I made out there behind the behind the diesel shop.
It could be. So what happens then is this entity here, and you can hear, and I don't know, since you went out there, Oliver, you can hear people talking, and you hear people saying, especially some kids, right? Some kids that are out there, you can hear some kids saying, "That's Sorrel Dagon. That's Sorrel Dagon," and like they're pointing at her, and they're like. And so you hear that, and then this entity then reaches out to Mike that's trying to tape the hands together, and it is going to try to touch you, Mike. It is going to try to, let's see, do...
Pat me on the back?
No, it's not going to pat you on the back. It's gonna try to...
Stroke my brow?
Yes, that's exactly what it's going to do. It's going to, it's exactly what it's going to do. No, it's going to reach out to you. Let's see what it's going to do. Okay. It doesn't actually have to touch you. It actually reaches out with its mind. And you can see that the electric, the tape, it like follows up the tape, this electric current. And you can feel it just going through you now. You're like, and I need you to roll a successful body check.
Oh, ace.
Okay. So what happens is, as if you had stuck your finger in a light socket, you can feel this energy blow you back, and your body lands right against a Galaga machine, and you hit it, and you can hear, and it's right next to a pinball machine. So when you hit the machine, it kind of knocks into that. You can hear bing, 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 and you can hear all the noises go off. And you're going to lose 1 hope point, and you're going to be unconscious for the next round. It's knocked you for a loop. All right. Let's go back to Carl. Carl, what are you doing? I'm sorry, not Carl. Victor.
What am I doing? So the electric girl just zapped.
Just zap Carl. Yeah.
Just zapped Carl. Okay.
Did I throw up my Denny's?
Do what?
We just ate at Denny's. Did I throw up my dinner all over the place?
Yeah. Well, I don't. I mean, I think that you've had enough time to digest. I'm going to say that you did not throw up. I'm going to say you might have peed your pants though. With that electric shock you just got of energy. So Victor, what are you going to do?
Do I know the name Sorrel Dagon?
You do. She is a student, or was a student at the school.
So I would know her then, huh?
You would know her. Yeah.
Okay. And do I know what happened to her, or why is her like?
No, you don't. You don't. You don't know what's happened to her. It's happened fairly recently. All you've heard maybe is rumors about kids, messing around with things that they should. Yeah, messing around with things and all that kind of good stuff.
All right.
As kids are wont to do.
As kids are wont to do, correct. Jeez, what should I do? All right, I get my safety item out, which is a mag light.
Okay.
Pull the mag light out, and I'll kind of turn it on and point it towards Sorrel. I'm like, Sorrel, mind your manners. You don't be shocking people like that. You know better than that.
Okay.
What is your problem, girl? Tell me. What is going on with you?
Give me a mouth check.
2. Okay. I don't know why I have a hard time remembering if I have 2 or 1. It shouldn't be that tough. Neither. Horrible.
What? Oh, that's right. Yeah, you got a 3 and a 2. Okay. Yep. And she just sort of looks at you. Now, I will say this: that while you're distracting her, these kids are starting to pull themselves out. They're getting, they're making headway. So you are okay. They're as long as you're talking to her, it seems like she's not concentrating very hard, and is not able to suck them in. Oliver, what are you doing? Are you going to try with the with your fertilizer again, or do you have another strategy?
I'm probably just going to go ahead and see if I can assist pulling those kids loose.
Okay. All right. All right. Okay. All right. Go ahead. Give me a body check.
No, I fail miserably.
Okay. Well, then the same thing happens to you. You are jutted across the room. You touch these kids, and you feel this energy go through your body, and you actually are thrown up against a centipede machine. And you land right in it, like you have cracked the screen, and you're inside the stand up centipede machine. Right. And you are also out. You have also lost one hope point.
Okay. That's why I wasn't allowed it back in the arcade in the first place.
There we go. Anyway. All right. And we're going to go, and she is now going to go, and she looks at you almost sympathetically, as if she kind of knows you, Victor, from school. She looks at you and the way you're kind of talking to her, and she goes, she's looking at you, and she doesn't talk, but you can almost hear inside of your mind. She goes, Marty is throwing a party, and you're welcome to come. And with that, she is disappear. She has lost her grip, I think, now because of this. These kids are now pulling themselves out of the machine. Because I'll let you do this, Tim. What do you want to say back to her? And we'll see if this happens or not.
Let's see.
What do you want to say to her in response to that? And Marty, by the way, that name Marty clicked with you. That kid.
Do I know Marty?
You do know Marty. Marty's been gone for about a month. He disappeared about a month ago, and so that's what you know about Marty. That the whole town was talking about it. Marty disappeared. They've not been able to find him. They don't have any clues. They don't have any all you hear is rumors at this point.
All right. So I'll get down, like, kind of, sweetie, where is this Marty? We've been missing him for over a month now.
And roll me a mouth check.
A mouth check, oh God. I got 1 success and 1 not so much success.
Well, you got a 1 and a 5. So the 5, so you're going to you're appealing to her sympathies, and she basically points into the video game, and with that, she winds up taking a step back. And the kids at that point, because you've stalled long enough, these kids were able to pull themselves out. They push themselves off. They go rolling across the floor, and Sorrel winds up being absorbed back into the machine.
Okay.
And it goes back to somewhat normal, but you can see the last little bits of the electric blue kind of go like outline it. And then it goes, somewhat back to normal, and the game screen goes back up on the screen. And right now, it looks like Carl is coming back, and so is Victor.
Is Carl okay?
Well, yeah, you can check on them. They're both kind of coming back from,
I didn't realize Vance went down or got knocked out too.
Yeah, he wound up inside of a centipede machine.
That's right.
Tossed him into the centipede machine. So both these guys are coming back seem to come back to consciousness.
So I'll stand there and wait for him.
Okay. Well, you're all kind of up. You're all moving around. So what do you want to do?
So apparently, Sorrel said that Marty's got a party, and apparently, I ain't heard this too much in my past, but apparently this video game's possessed or some such thing. I'm gonna go try to put my hands on it and see if I can feel anything. I'm gonna channel my spirit guide that I do. I don't have my tape with me, but I'll try to do it without my tape. So, Paul, I try to use the arcane thing again.
Okay, that'd be your soul. Arcane. Yeah, you would do a soul roll.
It's actually a mind.
Oh, is it a mind one? Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah.
Give it a shot.
See if I can find anything out. Oh, there we go.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
Okay. So what are we looking for or checking for? Tell me what this ability does.
I guess I'm doing an occult check because I figure since they were using a Ouija board that to see if it's what it says is on a successful mind check I receive a vivid flash of occult knowledge.
Okay.
I don't know.
Yeah. So what you get from that is that this is not the source. This is not the source. It's simply a venue. It's simply a portal that was used. You sense it was a temporary portal that whatever Sorrel was using this for just popped in and trying to grab these kids and drag it into whatever that electric light that she was in and trying to drag them in there.
Okay. Well, I guess that's good. Then.
Let's see. Okay, Carl, what are you doing?
I'm looking to see if there's an asteroids game open.
There's definitely an asteroids game available.
Okay.
There's nobody in there but you. There's nobody in but you and the attendant.
Or is there a quarter conversion machine? Because I only have bills.
If you only have bills, there is certainly a token machine where you can put your dollar in and get tokens out.
Okay. Well, while we're deciding, I'd like to play some asteroids.
Oh, okay. Carry on then. You're going to play some asteroids, all right? Oliver, what are you doing?
Take a look at this machine a little closer now. Was Marty a big arcade player? Do we know that?
Yeah, Marty would come here to the arcade occasionally. Absolutely. He
his initials on the high scores on this game, maybe.
He is not high score. In fact, he would play this game. He'd play Gauntlet, and the names on there. If you look at the list of names, Marty's on there, and you also see 3 other names that are linked with his name, and that is Sorrel, Ginger, and Coral. And and when you see that, Victor would see that and knows that those are three sisters. They are the Maypole sisters, and Sorrel, Ginger, and Carol. So they played this game. You know that by looking at that, they played this game together.
Okay.
Since it's a 4-player game.
Right. Yeah.
Mark said, roll to see if your bill's wrinkled and is accepted by the token machine.
It's entirely possible, Mark, but we're not going to do that because that'd be. I can remember how frustrating that was when it really would happen.
You have to rub it on the top, on the edge of the machine to try to straighten out a little bit. Yep.
And then you had to go to the attendant and say, "Could I have another $1?"
Right.
This one is stupid. So while Carl is playing Asteroids, Oliver is looking at the names and sees the names on there, and then. Victor, you know that these three sisters are together. The only sister you saw was Sorrel. What is your next move? What is your next idea?
Are the other two sisters okay, or are they missing too?
You don't know. You would have to ask somebody.
Okay.
Well, there's a bunch of kids outside the thing. It's like, hey, have any one of you guys have seen Coral or Ginger lately?
And they say, oh my gosh, those sisters, God, with their Dungeons and Dragons and their stupid Ouija boards. God, we always ask them if they want to go out. They say, no, we're going to go to the library and we're going to go play D&D. You should come with us. And they say, rock on, right? And they always do that crap.
I walk up to them real close and I look down at them and go, what's wrong with Dungeons and Dragons?
You got to be a nerd to do that. Such a nerd. We don't do nerd things.
You got to be smart, too. I just kind of glare at him and walk away.
My contact is a library custodian because I go in there late and because I got too many late fees and they frown on me borrowing books. So, so Balthazar lets me borrow books.
Okay, all right. So is that what you want to do? You want to go over to the library? The Fairhaven Library?
I kind of want to check this game a little bit more, but we know it's a 4-player game. We're only 3 of us, so we can't play it.
I kind of just touch. I kind of touch the gauntlet machine and I go, "This machine is clean."
This machine is clean. Come towards the light. Come towards the light.
But is there a ghost in the machine?
Oh, there we go.
Not until the 80s.
Yeah,
I think.
Well, I can do my ability is to see ghosts. So,
well, there you go.
Hey, Paul. Carl leans over from the asteroids and just he asked the guys, were the sisters the high scores on that game? Is that what I heard? Is that what you said? I wonder if isn't Vic real good at that game? If he plays it and makes the high score, maybe he'll find a way into the machine with the other ghosts and spirits and crazy sisters.
Well, go ahead. Who you guys want to respond?
I said, well, I've got these special powers that hold up my hands in front of me. These hands, they are connected to the spirit world. And when I was touching the machine, and I didn't feel them anymore. They're gone. They were just using this as a portal for the time being, but they're gone now. I think they might be coming trying to find something else. This is not the source. This was just a place that I think they're trying to get some more kids to come to the party because apparently Marty's got a party and we were invited to come.
Well, maybe getting on that high score list is opens up that portal, and that's the way you get through to where they are. Either way, you get to play the game. I mean, it's a win-win.
I just look at the score and I go, yeah, it takes a long. I'm not. I gotta go.
Yeah, you know that score is high enough that it would take
Right.
you several several tokens, lots of tokens,
Right.
and it would take you
Right.
to reach the high scores that these kids have reached.
Right.
But you are welcome to
Yeah,
try.
So I could try, but I think maybe we should try some places that they because we don't know where they were messing around with the Ouija board. Maybe we got to find that Ouija board or something like that.
Yeah.
Is that if they disappear through there, that might be another portal. But maybe this time, if we can control the portal, not that I can or not, but we can get in there to see Marty.
Go to Marty's party
Go
right.
to see Marty's party.
with
Yeah.
Coral
Somehow
and
you got
Sorrel. Are they twins? Coral and Sorrel, by the way.
Sorrel, Ginger, and Coral are all sisters. They're not identical twins, but they're all sisters.
Okay.
Like fraternal twins.
Fraternal twins. Yeah, that's right. I was going to say not identical, but fraternal.
Yeah.
Now, like I said, you're welcome to ask questions of people who are in the, you still have a crowd still outside the arcade. You also hear in the background there are sirens of what is the Fairhaven PD, whom by the way are not super favorable towards you guys.
No, we gotta get out of here.
They don't want
soon.
you turning in on their gig. Well, we might have to, wander on down the road here, but you want to, on the way out, let's see what we can glean from these kids here.
I have a high mouth skill. Can I ask around and see where the sisters hang out? Where else they hang out? Their house, their tree house, their
Absolutely, you can.
library.
And,
All right,
and
well, I'm
go ahead if you want to roll a mouth check.
I'm gonna try asking some of the other kids hanging around where the sisters usually hang out, or they play D&D or something.
Right.
Do I need to make a check for mouth?
Yeah, go ahead and do a mouth check. All right, you are able to. You're not able to get. I mean, because they're talking to you like they're so bored, with talking to grown-ups. Why don't you go ask her parents? I mean, why are you asking me all these questions? Ask her parents, or go to the stupid library where they play that dumb Dungeons and Dragons.
Okay.
Gee, thanks, ladies.
Yeah.
I guess, guys, we got to go to the library, or we got to go to their parents' house.
Yeah.
Well, Carl, isn't the librarian kind of sweet on you, anyways?
Yeah, I think I had her in homeroom or something a few years ago. Before I quit, we got my GED.
Yeah, maybe we go see her. She can give us the insides on this thing, maybe.
Yeah.
Okay. So what would you guys like to do?
Go to the library.
All right, you're going to go to the public library. And as you're walking into the public library, you can see, let me bring this up here. Oh, here we go. You can see on the door of your going in that there's currently a meeting happening at there's called the Moms Opposing Metal. And they're having a meeting, and it's actually they meet on Fridays, but today's Thursday, and they're having. It seems like that they're there and they're having some sort of emergency meeting, I guess.
Okay.
And you can kind of hear as you're going into the library, and you can kind of hear a ruckus in one of the little meeting room there, and you hear somebody say, "It's the devil! I tell you, it's the devil! The devil got our children!" And you are greeted by Mrs. Strymer, and Miss Strymer comes up and goes, "Hello, Carl.
Hello,
Good to see
Mrs.
you.
Strymer.
It's good to see you.
Uh-oh.
Be sure to you listen. I know you got some books out, and
Me? Books? I think that's my brother.
your brother. Oh, that's right, your brother. That's right. Yes, you're right. Elvis. Okay, that's right. And you can hear in the background, like I said, things are getting pretty anxious in the room there. And Miss Strymer says, "Well, what can I do for you boys? We're going to be closing in a couple of hours. What can I do for you?"
We're trying to find out about the Sorrel Coral sisters and playing D&D, that terrible game here at the library. Where do they do that?
Oh, well, and she kind of gets this kind of face on her, says, "Well, listen, you didn't hear it from me, but it's downstairs in the meeting room down there in meeting room C." He said, "But don't you let those moms opposing metal hear about it, because don't tell them I led you there, because they will start praying against me."
No, ma'am. Ollie has a rosary, and he's going to say some prayers down there for us.
Oh, okay. Ollie, that's great. Okay, thank you, Ollie. Okay, well, she takes you down there, and she takes you down there, and what you notice is that there is police tape on the room.
Okay.
And she unlocks it. She says, the Fairhaven PD made me tell I wouldn't let nobody in here, but I'm gonna let y'all in here because listen, I don't know if the Fairhaven PD can do anything about this. They're all they know is firepower. I mean, they just come in guns blazing like they're Rambo. And
we sure appreciate the help.
She opens the door, and you can see spread upon the table are there's some D&D books there. There's 4 chairs, and
first edition AD&D, or is it like the Blue Holmes book?
It is. It's first edition.
What? Oh yeah.
Yeah.
First edition.
All right back there.
And
Do they have the original deities and demigods out though? That's the important question.
you don't see that. You see the monster manual. You do see an old beat up Dungeon Master screen, and you can see the characters. They have their characters on the table with the sheets of paper and so forth.
Let's look at their character sheets.
Yeah,
Okay.
let's see what they're playing. Yeah.
They're playing. Looks like Sorrel was playing a fighter. Ginger was playing a cleric. Coral, it looks like she was playing a magic user, and then you had behind the screen there, it has notes and things of that nature, and you can see that and Miss Strymer's still back there and she's looking and going, and you may have heard, but Marty, well, we call her Marty, Martina used to run the games. She used to be, what'd they call it? The
Dungeon Master.
Oh yeah, that's the dungeon master. That's right. That's a creepy name. But I'm a librarian, so I'm a bit more open-minded than the moms down, in that other room. I said, look, you can call yourself whatever you want, and sometimes I'd even bring them snacks, and they're the thing that I heard is the rumor is that Marty actually disappeared from this room. I mean, she was cleaning up and I was trying to help, and then I had to leave. I had to take care of something else. When I came back, Martina was gone, or Marty, like we like to call her. And she says, when I was in here, when I came back, I smelled a strong smell of sulfur. And over there, she points over there near the table, there was and it's still kind of there outlined. There's a human kind of silhouette of green slime on the wall. And you can see that behind those that are looking behind the screen there, it shows all the dice that are stacked. They all have a 1 on them. These D20s have a 1 on them.
Okay. So Tim's been here. Okay, cool.
I was just gonna say. Apparently, I've been through here before. Yeah.
Joe was here.
Yeah, and there's still a lingering sulfuric smell a little bit, and there's still the outline of the green slime.
Salad.
Yeah, Oliver will take a look at the slime to see what kind of material it is. If it's biological or maybe ectoplasm or something.
Yes. There's no longer any material there. It looks like it's bled into the carpet. So the outline is there, but there's not really a substance, just kind of the color of the carpet. But when you reach your hand over to it, you can feel that static electricity kind of come up from the carpet. And it doesn't shock you bad or anything, but it does give you kind of a little, like you can feel it. Like that's where something happened.
Okay. I read the DM notes.
Okay. The DM notes are saying it's talking about this that it says take characters to dungeon, and it says something about portals, and it says something about that the orcs down in the dungeon are trying to summon some sort of creature from the portal.
Okay.
Marty was running herself a railroad. Damn.
Heard they may have been messing around with a Ouija board. There wasn't a Ouija board laying around here, is there?
No, there's not a Ouija board. There's just this D&D, as they called it.
All right. Yeah, we don't see any other handouts like any maps or any artwork or anything like that.
Nope. All you got is the character sheets and those few notes that are behind the DM screen. Marty was not a super prepper, I guess. So she just kind of ran with her ideas.
Okay.
Yeah. Let's see.
And Miss Strymer says, and I can remember, Miss Marty's parents were so upset. His mom was so upset. In fact, she was so upset, she joined it. I bet she's in there right now. She's in there. She's upset. Hadn't seen her boy in 30 days. 30 days since he's been gone. And now I hear that the girls, they're all disappeared as well. You know how gossip gets around Fairhaven.
Oh, yeah. That's all it is just gossip. Nothing to worry about. You.
What's happening with our kids? Should we let them? What do y'all think? Should we let them play this D&D stuff? Like I said, I'm a librarian. I'm open-minded.
Just for clarification, is Marty a boy or a girl? Because I thought she said it was Martina.
Martina, yeah, she's a girl.
Nickname.
They call her Marty.
Okay, yeah. You said, I think you meant that was a boy. I just want to make sure it was a, I wasn't mixing up. Okay, so they're all 3 short rows. And then, they're going to how one. Trying to think of any. So basically, all that's there is dice. Just basically gaming paraphernalia. Is
Yep.
there anything else there, Paul?
No, nothing else in there.
Okay. I guess I'm gonna go over to the green slime and do my weird thing again. See if
Okay.
I get any
All right, go ahead.
2 5s.
Oh wow, you immediately know that this is the entry point. This is where you know immediately this is some sort of entry point where something opened up and captured Martina and took her away.
Her. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now I say grabbed her. It may be the substance itself, or just something opened up, and it consumed her.
I wonder if something took her, and then the other poor girls saw that, and then they tried to get in touch with her through the Ouija board to see if they could either get her back or join her or find out where she was.
In the sewers.
In the sewers.
Right.
So what do you want to do now? What do you want to do now with the information that you've just received?
So this is
Maybe her dice were
like,
cursed. Didn't she roll a 1 or something?
Yeah, you see that they're ones. There are ones. She did
Roll
some.
1. That's got to mean something.
Yep, that's never good.
Ollie, roll a 20 on them. See what happens.
Okay, you're gonna roll the dice.
I'm not doing
Oh
it.
yeah. I'll roll the dice.
Okay, roll the D20.
7.
Yeah, nothing happens.
Okay.
Can Carl try?
Yeah, each of you can try if you want to try to roll the D20 and see. I mean, there's some dice back there. She uses all these different D20s. An 11, nope, nothing seems to happen. Baron, Victor, you want to try?
Yeah, I'll put my hand over and wave it over there. Find the one I think that's right. No, this is the one.
Nope, nothing happens. Nothing happens.
What about the library lady? Did she roll one?
Oh, she says, "Oh, I don't think I'd be appropriate to do that. I think
Charity, man.
I can't have. Listen, the Fairhaven PD has been, and they're going to look for. They've already checked for fingerprints. I don't want my fingerprints on any of them dice. It's too spooky.
If I put the outline, I'm gonna touch the slimy outline and see if there's any give to it, or
Yeah, no, you get the same thing. You get the same. Yeah, you get the same thing that that Oliver did. Is you get this? You can feel that energy. You can feel the spark, the static that comes off of it, but it's not as powerful as what you felt. Is felt at the arcade.
All right, let's see. Marty's throwing. I'll tell you what, why don't we sit down around the table, guys, and just tell Marty we're ready for her party and we want to play.
All right.
Okay. All right.
I we each take a character and grab a die and start. So Marty, we're ready to play. We want to join the party, Marty.
Okay. Give me each of you give me a soul check.
There's only one soul. 4.
Got a 6 and a 2.
All right, Victor got a 6. All right. You roll and you announce into the room that you're wanting to play with Marty. And in the room, you can feel this a resurgence of electricity, and from that point of where you were looking, the outline on the floor starts to glow even brighter, and appearing from the silhouetted on the floor, you can see this energy start to come together. And the character sheets start flying around the room, and the dice start to float, and the DM screen starts to shimmy a little bit. And up from there, you can see this little pigtail girl, looks like an outline of this pigtail girl appears. And you can't, she doesn't speak, but you can hear her kind of in your collective heads. She goes, you can sense her saying, she's saying, that, don't you want to join my party?
That's what we're here for.
Is it Violet Rutherford?
What's Violet Rutherford?
Leave it to Beaver. Nobody, honestly. Really, pigtail girl. Never mind.
Pigtail. Yes, yes, it's not Violet Rutherford. It is Marty though, and she's kind of like, you can see her tilt her head when you ask. It's like, who's this guy? Asking weird questions, yeah. So she appears. The things are kind of moving around. What do? Do you ask? You can hear, like I said, you hear in her voice says the parties. You can hear her saying that, I've invited all the children to my party. I don't want you. I want the children. I want all my friends to join me at the party.
That's when I
Party
pull out my
call.
mag light.
You do what?
I pull out my mag light and I
Okay.
put it on the focus, the real focused one.
Yeah.
It's one of those mag lights where you can twist the top and it gets the really tight beam,
Right.
or the really wide beam. So I do it on the tight beam. And I'm like, party's over, Marty.
Okay.
I shine it in her eye.
Yeah, and by this time, Miss she hasn't faded, but Miss Strymer is beside herself. In fact, Miss Strymer runs out of the room, saying, "Oh Jesus, oh Jesus, oh Jesus," and so you're talking with her, and you say, "Party's over." And said, Marty, you can hear her saying that the party has just begun. I can't wait to have all my friends where I'm at. It's glorious here. And so what does anybody else do? Does anybody else, that's how she responds. Does anybody else want to respond in some way?
I want to ask her, where are you, Marty? Where is the party? Tell us where it's at.
Oh, the party. I wish I could tell you exactly where it is. But I can tell you, if you come to my party, it'll be tomorrow night. Tomorrow night. Come join me tomorrow night. And then she points. And on the inside door of where you guys came in, she points to this and she shows you that, yes, I want you to come to my party. And you can see it's Marty's party, rave from the grave. It's going to be 7 p.m. at the Fairhaven High School gym.
Uh-oh.
So
Now
she
it's
says,
scary.
I can't stay here long. I said, but I hope that you'll come to my party. And at that time, you can hear down the hallway this rustle of feet. And you can hear all these moms yelling and screaming. And they're coming in and they're going, what is going? Oh, Jesus, what is happening here? And they see this glow and they are freaking out. And some of them got holy water and they're flinging holy water everywhere. And some of them got rosaries and they're shaking them everywhere. And they are going at it. And at that point, Marty just winds up saying, well, I'll see y'all at the party. And then with that, she kind of goes and goes back down into the silhouette on the floor. And everything, the papers, you float down, the dice kind of come clank, you go on the table. Everything kind of comes to a standstill. And all these moms are in there. Their hair's messed up, and they're wearing these, all kinds of, these mom is very much like a church lady from Saturday Night Live outfits. These kind of beehive hairdos, and they're looking at you guys now, and they're looking at you. What did you do? And then Marty's mom comes forward, and says, "Was that my daughter?"
Yes, ma'am. She needs to be grounded.
You're grounded.
That's a double. That's a double. Well, if you look from, I thought of it. The first thing I thought was from the electrical point of view, that she needed to be grounded.
Right. Yeah.
And then I thought, oh, he means maybe grounded, like, oh,
Yeah, to her room.
to her room. That's right.
Yeah.
She says, can you get my daughter back? Can you get her back? Because this is the first time I've seen what has happened to her. And that's why us moms are together. And then you hear the mom song. It's that devil music, I tell you. It's that Ozzy Osbourne.
So my supernatural ability is karaoke singing, and I break into a rousing chorus of war pigs.
Oh, very nice. Okay.
Is that-
And the moms are just looking at you like they don't know what to make of it. They're kind of blinking at you like they're stunned, I guess. They're like, oh, okay. What's everybody else doing while he's singing?
By the power of Ozzy, I compel you.
Oh no. Well, they all shake their Bibles at you and they go, I have never heard of such a thing. And one of the moms looks around, sees this too. Oh, Marty's part. Well, I'll tell you what, this party's not gonna happen. I can tell you that. And then out in a rush, they just leave the room. They're just they're beside themselves, except for Marty's mom, who stays behind and asks you again, can you help me get my daughter back? I haven't seen her in a whole month, and I don't know what to make of it.
Mrs. Marty, we're going to do our best. I guarantee you that. I'll put my favorite B movies on it.
Okay. All right. So what you know from this point then, that tomorrow night at 7 p.m. there's going to be a party.
7 p.m.
7
I
p.m.
like how
and
they have it at a proper time, you know.
and being the janitor at the high school, you've seen this. This, and you immediately registered with you. Oh, that's what we're doing. That's Marty's party.
And I'm thinking, do you know how long it takes me to clean up that damn gymnasium?
And yeah, and it's basically it's a fundraiser type of thing. I mean, it's something that that somebody's put together. You don't know who's put it together, but it's kind of like to raise money to help fund all that and all that kind of stuff.
Right.
So what do you guys want to do from here?
Probably, I don't know.
I could eat something.
back to
Maybe we
Denny's.
go back to Denny's
Back to
and we can make
Denny's.
I think.
Okay.
Eating breakfast
Well,
at midnight.
Do we want to see if we can find where the girls were trying to communicate with the Ouija board to see if that had any connections?
Sure. Well, I guess
Was
we
that
could
at
ask
Marty's
them.
house, maybe? We asked her mom, you know.
Yeah,
Well,
well,
Marty.
Yeah, you can
Marty's
ask the mom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, she says that Marty. She says that the girl. And then she says Sorrel, Marty's friends Sorrel, Ginger, and Coral. They disappeared. They disappeared as well, and they said they were vowed that they were going to try to get her back. They told me they were going to try to get her back, and I didn't know how they were going to do it. And so I talked to their parents, because now we talk, trying to support one another. And what they told me is that they went down into the basement where the girls were, and they were trying to they were playing with this Ouija board, and the mom, Mrs. Maypole, said that she was there listening, and they were giggling and laughing, and then they got real serious. They go, "Come on, Marty, stop playing around." And then she saw what was kind of this bluish kind of glow that was kind of filled the room. And she said that they could feel like something was in the room, and she thought that was the TV maybe. And she said that the girls were asking crazy things like, "Hey, Marty, get me some of that grape soda from the great beyond." And when they were talking, and they were talking to her, I thought that was really weird that they were talking to her through the Ouija board. And then we went down there, and all of a sudden we just saw, she said that she saw that all this, things were floating in the air and all these things. And then the Mr. Maypole came down, and they said, "We got to stop this." And by the time they got down there, they saw on the wood paneling in their basement, they got down there, and Mr. Maypole tried to grab the girls, but all the girls were taken, and they were these outlines of this kind of greenish substance on the walls, each of them representing one of the sisters, and they disappeared. They disappeared. And
Can you take us there? Can we go look at it and investigate it now?
well, I guess we go over to the Maypole's house, and so yeah, she says she'll take you there. And she takes you over to the Maypoles, and then she talks, and the Maypoles come to the door, and they're very glum and very sad, and Martina's mom says, "It's okay. These guys are going to get our children back. They're going to get their children back. They promised me they're going to get Martina back, and they're going to get Sorrel and Ginger and Coral." And their eyes get really big, and they say, "Okay, we'll
Promise
take you."
is a strong word.
And they wound up taking you through the house, and there's, of course, they got this shag carpet, and they bring you down into the basement where they were, and it looks like they've this has happened very recently. In fact, they've not even called the Fairhaven Police Department. It's happened, and they said, "We're going to find them." And so they've been trying their own ways and doing their own things. But you go down there, and you can see that where they are, that you can see those outlines are still there. They've not wiped it off, and they said, "No, we didn't want to wipe it off because we thought maybe they'd come back through where they went through." And And so they have those three spots on the wall where it has the outlines of the sisters.
Okay. And the board's still in there.
And the Ouija board is still there.
Okay. Good.
Oh no.
Peanut gallery.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've got all my gardening supplies, so I don't have anything to sell.
Well, what's anybody want to do? You got three parents down there.
Should we try to Ouija session and seance our way into connecting with them?
Oh, of course. It's always the best. That's always the best plan, I think.
Yeah,
Okay.
I doubt these girls closed it when they left, so I'm sure it's still open.
Yeah.
Okay.
Go over to the plan. Let's go over to the
So we have
plan
to
check.
put our hands on the Ouija and
All right. So you go over to there, and there where the board is, and all of you are around it, and you start to mess with things. What do you do? How are you trying to, how are you manipulating it, in what fashion, and what are you trying to do with it?
I haven't done a Ouija board since 1976, so I don't exactly remember how you play.
and your friends still haven't returned.
I haven't found it. I haven't seen them since.
Yeah, should we? Put our hands on the indicator thing and try to get them to ask them if they want to come home.
Okay. Okay. So you start. Go ahead and give me a soul check.
Everybody?
Yeah, everybody give me a soul check.
Everybody give us a check? Okay.
I rolled a 1.
Oh, okay. Oh, 2 ones. Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
geez.
Yeah.
All
It's
right, well, maybe I got two. Maybe I can counteract it. Oh, not enough sixes.
no, not enough sixes. No, you did roll 1 6, and it's once again you feel that same kind of faint energy, and you're go ahead and ask a question. What is your question, Victor? Are you asking, or who are you talking to?
Yeah, because you got to ask a question to make it work. So, what did you asked something, Vance? What was it again? Are you ready to come
I was
home?
going to ask them simply if they wanted to come home and get one of the yes or no's off the board.
So ask the girls if they're ready, want to come home.
Okay. And you wind up, and you can feel it pulling towards yes, but you also sense a force that is pulling it towards no. So it's you can feel it moving that way, and then you can feel an opposing force that's trying to pull it towards no.
Yeah, Marty's always been a bad influence on them.
I got remember all of her moms are just right back behind us.
All right.
Marty, why you need all the girls there, Marty? Why you need everybody at your party?
You don't get a specific answer. You sort of the thing goes around. It's giving you. It just starts. You can feel it start to pull, and all you're getting. It takes you to. It pulls you towards the P. It pulls you towards the A. It pulls you towards the R. It pulls you towards the T, and it pulls you towards the Y.
Maybe if we have a big party, it'll pull them all back here.
Could be. Maybe Marty.
Thank you.
Just wants a party.
Well, and the parents are there too, and they're looking and they're going party, and they go, well, They're having a benefit party for Marty at the high school tomorrow night.
Oh, I'm aware.
Is that what they is that what Marty wants?
That's what we're thinking. Do we still have that little flyer, Paul? Or
Yeah, if you took it with you, yeah.
Yeah, we'll take the flyer. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like, yep. This is what Marty showed up with, so I guess it's going to be tomorrow night. So, I just don't know what the point is for that, but we'll have to figure that one out.
Sounds like it's going to be a big showdown tomorrow night at the party.
Probably.
Yeah.
For some reason, spirits and possessed people do like a good party. I've watched Carrie enough to know that.
Carrie, yeah. Buckets of blood.
That's right, buckets of blood. You right, and based on the conversations where you talked about, you heard Marty say, "I want all my friends where I am."
Right. They want to suck them all in.
So you get an idea that seems to be the plan to do that. So if the plan is that, if you want to go to the party tomorrow night, that might be where it all happens. What would you like to do? So you have a little bit of time. You have a little bit of time to prepare or to think about what you might want to do or get a plan together or whatever, or you can do more questioning or whatever you guys want to do. Let me know.
So, boys, I think we might have to go over to the St. Bridget's Church and talk to Carmichael over there, Father Carmichael. I don't know, whatever your guy's name is over there. Paul. See if we maybe can get weaponize some holy water or something like that. Because I have a feeling that poor Marty's under possession and we're going to have to maybe pull some exorcism stuff or something like that.
Yeah, regardless, this party is going to need some chaperones.
Yep, going to need some extra chaperones.
There we go. All right.
In the D&D game, get them into this. Maybe if somebody took like the wizard character sheet and threw a spell off the character sheet back at them, that would work or something. Or the cleric.
Yeah, there you go.
Okay.
Yeah. Why not? We'll take that too. Yeah.
Yeah.
And,
Okay.
So I guess go over to see Father Carmichael and discuss the situation with him.
Whose contact is that? Is that anybody's contact, or you just threw that out there?
I just threw it out there. I figured there was a local
that worked. That's fine. I'm sure there's Father. You've heard of Father Carmichael. I'm sure he's been to the school a couple of times, and
we've probably stolen stuff from the offering plate before, or some water. Yeah.
Right. All right. So you can go see Father Carmichael over at St. Sebastian's.
St. Sebastian's. All right. Oh, that's not a good saint.
It's Fairhaven. It's what you got.
Yeah. He's the one with all the holes in him, huh? Yeah. So, Father Carmichael, how are you? How are you doing this fine evening?
Oh, I'm doing so well, thank you. What do I owe this? He looks at all of you guys. Well, this is quite the party here. This is what can I help you with, gentlemen? He is a fan, by the way. He is a fan of of your show, Victor. He is a fan. Oh, I do like to watch a good horror movie from time to time.
Yeah, he's a bigger fan of Lewis though than me.
Yeah, and he looks at you too. He looks at you, Carl. He says, "Carl, I want to thank you again for having me on your show to talk about the upcoming bazaar and cakewalk."
Well, you're welcome, Father. And speaking of bazaar, have we got some news for you?
Okay.
it seems some of the girls at the local school are in trouble with some demonic possession or spirits, and I'm sure it's not that bad, but apparently there's going to be a party tomorrow night over at the gym. And
Yes.
we need your help.
Yes, and I've heard of that. There, in fact, he points on the wall. They asked if they could hang a poster there. In fact, I don't know who brought it by. It just sort of appeared there. They didn't even ask if they could put it on there. They just put it up. And he says, yeah, I've heard this is a benefit dance to help with the search for Marty, and so yeah, I might even be in attendance. They asked me to be a chaperone. But what else can I do for you?
Well,
What do we want him to do again?
Well, I think they might. Marty, poor little Marty, might be under the possession of some unholy spirit of some sort.
Oh, okay. Well, I will come. I will bring my holy water and my rosary beads and my Bible and maybe a few bulletins from the church and a crucifix. He just shows a big crucifix on. Yeah, I'll bring all the stuff, man. So you tell me what I can do.
We're gonna figure this out as we go.
Hey, I wonder if we should keep all the other kids out of the party at the school tomorrow night, because that's what Marty wants, to pull them all in, right? So maybe keep them safe. We keep them all out, and just we go in there like a couple of badasses with Father Carmichael,
Right.
and have gunfight at the OK Corral.
Okay. Is that the plan?
Yeah.
Well, somebody's
I've got
mysteriously
my,
putting these posters up promoting this party, and it sounds like Marty's has her PR department from hell working around town trying to get all the kids there. So if she's successful, maybe she could pull them all into her funky plane of hell wherever she is, and we probably should avoid that just for, goodness sake.
I have my spray bottle for my gardening supplies, and I'll be borrowing some holy water in that.
Oh, okay. Very nice. Very nice. Okay. Is anybody else doing anything else? You've got Father Carmichael's going to be there. He's going to have his stuff. And you guys have the plan. How are you going to keep all the kids out? What's your plan for that?
We get the moms group, go barricade the place, keep them out, tell them, march around out front and protest and keep all the kids out or something.
Okay.
Well, that's easy enough too, because I got keys and they don't.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, you have the keys. Yeah.
Okay.
There you go.
Yeah, but I can maybe instead of being at the gymnasium, is that where we're supposed to be? The gymnasium?
Yeah, in the gymnasium. Yep.
Maybe we make up a sign and say out on the doors that it's going to be held in the cafeteria instead.
Yo,
I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah.
Whatever you guys tell me, that's what you're going to do.
Yeah.
I need to go by the country club because I'm the assistant greenskeeper and pick up a driver. I need a better weapon because I don't have any.
Okay.
The only other thing I have is one of those Mattel handheld football games that you used to play at school.
Oh, yeah.
And I can't imagine how that's going to help me in any kind of fight with Marty from hell. So.
Okay. All right. Okay. All right. So you guys collect all your stuff. Are you guys going to get the D&D stuff too? Did you guys mention that you're going to go get the all that stuff, or?
I think that's what that was a part of.
All right.
Yeah.
So it takes you a full day to do all that stuff, and so it is now the by the time you guys get in after going to see the parents and all that, it's you guys have already gone to bed. You get your hope points back, by the way, and then you get up. And you wait all day long, and everybody's doing their whatever jobs you're doing. You're working the greenskeeping. You're working over at the diesel shop, and you can kind of and where does Victor work?
At the high school. As a
Oh, that's
janitor.
right, at the high school, the janitor. And you get, and kind of through the eyes of everybody, you can see the time going by. You can see the time, the
Right.
clocks are moving. You're looking at your little Casio watches, right? And your little clocks on the wall, and you can see the little second hands going by, and time starts to tick down to where it starts to get a little bit, later in the evening there. Where do you all meet up at?
Counselor's office.
Yep.
There you go.
Okay. All right. So you're going to meet at the counselor's office in the high school.
Yes.
I figure I could change some grades while I'm there.
Sounds good.
Okay. Go back and change some of your own, maybe?
Yeah, I said earlier I had a GED, so my high school career has already gone by for Fort Carl.
True. Okay. All right. So as you're arriving, you're arriving there, and you can see already that the moms are already there in force. There are picket signs. There are just say no to metal. You got about 15 moms out there, and they are all having these. Basically, it's like a big confrontation. In fact, the Fairhaven PD is out there now trying to because now you have you have this conflict now between the students and these moms, and you said you put up signs, Victor, that you've
Move
said
to the cafeteria.
all right, to the cafeteria. Okay. So you wind up all meeting in the counselor's office. All this chaos is going on around outside, and you guys go into the counselor office. You meet there, and you can see that on the clock it's about 5 minutes till 7. Okay. So what do you want to do?
Well, before we go in to keep the kids away, Ollie starts blaring on his 8-track in his truck some Christopher Cross and some Bee Gees to keep the kids away.
That was my plan.
That was the plan all along.
Yeah, either that or some like just bad hokey oldies or something like that.
Okay, and you just park it outside and play it as loud as you can before you go in?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Windows down. Yeah.
Fair enough. All right. So you guys go ahead, you meet, you park out there, you crank up the music. The parents kind of like it because it's not metal. They're kind of, the parents are kind of like grooving to it a little bit. Take me away. They're kind of, singing along with it. And so you guys go in, and his father, Father Carmichael's with you as well.
Oh yeah.
Okay, Father Carmichael's with you. He meets you there, and then you're gonna go. Okay, so now it's 7:00. Are you going into the? You're gonna go into the cafeteria?
No, the gymnasium.
Oh, the gymnasium. Okay. All right. So you go into the gymnasium, and the gymnasium is decorated. In fact, you go in there, and there is actually music playing when you get in there. In fact, what you hear is you hear. It starts off with you hear Ozzy Osbourne's "Bark at the Moon" just blaring. And the doors open, and there are balloons, and there are streamers hanging, and there's nobody in there, but the music is playing. And from that point, out of the equipment that's on stage, you can see as the music is starting to play, it's starting to pulsate, and the speakers, you can see the speakers kind of doing, you can see the outline of an electrical kind of vibe that's going on around the stage. And then suddenly you can see that starts to appear is you see three electrical images kind of come out of the speakers and out of the microphone and even out of the turntable that's on stage, and appears before you the three sisters, all in their electrical glow. And behind, you can see behind up where the DJ stuff is you can see an image up there of a pigtailed girl that looks just like Marty, who seems to be running the music for tonight. And so you guys are in there. Father Carmichael's with you. The three of you are there, and you're all you got Carl with his club, I guess. What does everybody else have? Describe to me how you guys enter in as Bark of the Moon is playing.
Doing the hero walk in, huh?
Yeah,
Slow motion.
Kind of Reservoir Dogs.
Okay. All right.
How about I go for the turntable with my driver, and one of you guys roll dice while Father Carmichael starts to put a turn undead on him, and one of the other guys, I don't know, does something to Marty.
All right. Well, I got my spray bottle, spray bottle full of holy water, so and a gardening trowel. So I'm going to go ahead and I will bum rush the stage as well. Then.
Okay. Ready to roll.
All right. Okay. All right. So as you're going, go ahead and roll. Let's roll for initiative. Let's go ahead and just one person just roll me a d6.
Okay. I have one. Perfect.
You got a 1. Okay, let's see what everybody else gets. A 3. Okay, they're going to go first. So you are running towards the stage, and out of the DJ booth table there, where the records are and all that stuff, there comes an electric charge. And let's see if Carl and Oliver are both there. I'm going to roll a d6. 1, 2, 3, it's going to be Carl. 4, 5, or 6, it's going to be Oliver. Okay, it's going to be Carl. Carl, I need you to roll a body check. Okay. All right. You are, once again, it hits you and it tosses you over one of the tables where the punch bowl is. And knocks you over there, and all the food or whatever was on there that was prepared has just gone over there. Okay, the girls are going to they are now opposing Tim and Father Carmichael. So Father Carmichael is going to do a body. He is going to see if he can't. Actually, he can't do anything. They're coming at him. So the girls are coming at him, and they're going to try to do their mind games with him because they don't like him at all. So they're going to. Okay, Father Carmichael actually is safe. So the electricity comes forward, and the other girl is going to try to see if she can't get at Victor. Let's see. And nothing for you either, Victor. All right. So your guys' turn. What would you like to do? They've gone, and they're very angry. You can sense the anger in the room that the other kids are not here, that you have deprived Marty of her party and to attract these other students and to get them into the world in which they are at. So Carl, you can get up this turn, and so can the rest. The rest of you weren't hit, but you tell me what you want to do.
Is Marty there, or just the three sisters?
Marty's up there Marty's running the DJ. She's up there with the thing, and she's
Marty with my driver.
All right, go ahead.
Okay.
Yep. Oh boy. Okay. So I need you to roll. So a 6. So here's what I'm gonna let happen here. A couple of things. First, what's gonna happen is you've hit. I need you to roll to see how much damage you do. So roll me another d6.
Another 6.
Wow. Okay, so you have done 2 points of damage. Okay, to Marty, and in the process, you have your supernatural ability, and I don't know what your supernatural ability is, but you have activated your supernatural ability should you choose to use it, and I don't know what it is. So you tell me what it is.
It's karaoke singing.
Okay, so you were on stage next to the microphone. What does your karaoke singing do? What can you do?
I start singing John Denver, Rocky Mountain Frickin' High. How about
Oh no!
Well, hey,
Okay.
take that, Marty.
Yes, and what does that? And so in doing so, yeah, they don't like that. They don't like. Yeah, you can hear
Nobody
that.
likes it.
You can hear. You know what you get. You know what the response is? Feedback. You hear the feedback through the speakers. Like it hates John Denver. It hates whatever it is you're doing. In fact, I'm going to let you roll another D6 and see if this is causing even more damage.
A 5.
That's 1 point of damage. Okay. So you have inflicted quite a bit of damage on Marty there. Victor, what do you want to do?
I guess I get my mag laid out. I didn't actually. So these aren't actual little girls I'm going to club with a mag light. Right?
These are images of the little girl. I mean, they are electrified or embodied energy.
God. Okay. All right. I guess I will not try to hit one with my mag light and see if I can see what happens. I don't know what's going to happen. So,
Okay.
is that a body one? Then?
That's a body. Yes, it is. Yep.
Okay. Only have one body. 5.
Yeah.
All right. Excellent. Go ahead and roll another D6 and let's see how much damage you did.
1.
All right. You did 1 point of damage to one of the sisters there. Let's see. Well, okay. No, it's gonna be okay. So you did 1 point of damage. All right. Oliver, what would you like to do?
I'm going to brandish my spray bottle of holy water and
Okay.
hit one of the other sisters.
Okay. Go ahead and give me let's see. Give me a body check since you're spraying it.
Okay, 3 goes wide.
Okay. All right.
It's usually
And-
spray bottle. You gotta squirt it a few times before it actually goes.
okay. Of
Gotta
course.
prime it first.
Of course.
Oh, it's on. Sorry.
You forgot to turn the little knob.
Yeah,
You went and it didn't go anywhere. You had to turn that on. Okay. All right. Father Carmichael's going to go now. He is going to, he says he steps out in front and he goes, "The power of Christ compels you." And they need to roll. I'm going to allow them to roll a soul check and see what happens there. Let's see what happens when they do that. All right. One of that, you can see that one of the images shudders, probably Norrell shudders. And actually, you can see that for a brief second, you can see the physical manifestation of one of the sisters.
Okay.
And like it peeked out. Like if you remember the movie Videodrome, where the face kind of comes through the screen.
Yeah.
A little bit, and so you kind of see that face kind of come through the blue, the blue embodiment there. And then they're going to go, and let's see, Marty is going to turn up the music really loud, like it is now blistering loud in the gym. And he is going to, let's see where that energy is going to go. That energy is going to go 1, 2, 3. Let's go ahead and roll that. Okay, it's going to go to Oliver. Since Oliver's gun jammed, he says, "Well, I'm gonna see if I can hit you." So let's see. He's going to do a mind thing. Let's see. Oh, none of that works. Oh, wow. So all of this energy that was coming at you does absolutely nothing. It's like you can feel it coming at you, like the electricity coming through and all that, but you can, like your hair stands up, Oliver. Like you can feel it all around you, but it doesn't touch you.
I've got a lot of hearing damage from being around the heavy equipment.
That's right. You can't hardly hear the music. And then the one last girl's going to go, and that's going to be at, let's see, I can't remember I think the three girls, they're going to try to do their thing. Each one of them is going to roll a thing. Let's see what happens. All right, so one of them is going to hit, and let me see who that's going to be. All right, that's going to be Oliver. Oliver, one of the girls caught you.
Okay.
So you're gonna take. Let's see, they're gonna roll. Go ahead and roll me a body check, Oliver.
Okay. Ooh.
Okay. Yeah, you get blown back by the power that has hit you, and it's going to take you around to recover. All right. Let's see. Back to you, Carl. What do you want to do? You're up on stage destroying things.
I'm going to leap through the air with my driver and smash it down right on the record on the turntable and try to destroy that turntable.
All right. Give me a body check.
Music is clearly part of their power, even though I have nothing against Ozzy.
Of course not.
Forgive me, Ozzy, for I have sinned.
4.
All right. You hit the table, and you have caused the record to skip. You did not destroy it, but you hit it enough to where the music kind of scratches. You hear a record scratch.
I'll take it.
And so it's going to take maybe a round for them to get that, put it back where they want it. Victor, what are you going to do?
So for a second, like when she got hit with the holy water, we saw the actual girl for a little bit.
Yes.
Okay. Now when I hit her, nothing changed. It just kind of.
What did you hit her with?
Just my mag light.
Oh, that's right. You hit it with the mag light. Yeah, the mag light. You did some damage, but it did not produce what Father Carmichael's thing did.
Yeah. Okay. All right. I guess I'll do the same thing again, Paul.
Okay.
I don't know what else really to do at this point, so I am going to swing bada.
Okay.
4.
All right. That is going to be a miss.
Oh, that's a miss. Okay.
It is. You gotta get a 5 or a 6.
5 or 6. That's right.
All right, and Oliver, you're going to go ahead and get up this round. Okay. You said you crashed into all the some of the tables that were over there, and so you'll come back next. Yeah, that's right. The other punch bowl on the other side of the room. Absolutely. Okay.
Spike it.
All right, Marty is now going to take his turn and put the record back. That's going to be his turn. He puts the record back on, and the music winds up coming back on. So that's what they're going to do. Then the 3 girls are going to use their mind powers again, and I'm going to let them roll. They'll roll collectively. Let's see, they're going to roll collectively. Oh wow, yeah, no, nothing's happening there. So it may be the fact that because you had knocked the record off, is that some of that power that they had is not working correctly. The power of the metal is not flowing through them. So it's back to you, Carl. What do you want to do? You're still up there with your club.
I'm gonna smash that record again, and this time hit it or kick it or something.
Okay.
Stop the record player.
All right. I'm going to give you an extra dice because you have used your karaoke ability, and I'm going to give you. I didn't give it to you at that time, but I'm going to give it to you now. Go ahead and take an extra D6.
All right.
Because you are empowered by John Denver. The spirit of John Denver is upon you. All right.
Rocky Mountain High, baby.
Rocky Mountain High. All right. So you hit the table again. And now you've scratched the record. So now it's not even playing correctly. So now it's like, remember, then it skips and blah, 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 it skips. So you've caused it to start to dig in, and it is not working properly.
They're going to have a new needle.
Well, they're gonna have to do something, yeah, because it's now not doing well at all. Victor, what do you want to do?
So we're back around. What did
Well,
they
Father
do last
Michael,
time?
Father Michael, for his turn says, "Hey, do you want some of my holy water? Put it on your mag light."
Yep. So that's
And
what
he
I did.
blesses
Yep.
he blesses your mag light.
Yeah, I was gonna have to do that before, but I forgot to do that. So
Yeah,
all
give
right.
yourself an extra die with the holy water.
With which for attacking or
For attacking, yes, for attacking.
For attacking.
If that's
Okay.
what you're going to do.
Well, I'm going to attempt to do it, but I guess not.
We got a 5. Oh no, you got a total of 5. You got a
No,
3
no,
and a 2.
no. I got a
Yeah.
total of 5.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, that,
Yeah.
all right, Oliver, you're back up. What do you want to do?
Leave her. She's fine. I'm going to kind of take my round, and knowing that they are kind of using the sound system as their focus or anything, I'm going to see if there is a point where it seems like it's either getting energy or there's a kind of a focal point where the energy is coming from, to see if I can figure out how to disrupt it.
Okay. The energy, okay. I'm going to say give me a go ahead and give me a mind check.
Okay.
Oh wow. Yeah, that music now that it's grinding, it's super hard to concentrate. It's like it's in your head. It's in your head.
Yeah.
And
I got near where I'm going now. Yeah.
Okay. The girls are going to go now, and because Tim, you're right there, and you keep trying to hit them with the stuff. They're going to try to disrupt you.
Okay.
All right, and one of them gets a 6. So that is going to cause 1 point of hope damage.
1.0. Okay.
Okay, and it is going to kick you back as well. So you slide across the floor back to the doors where you came in.
Wow.
Okay.
All right, and then Marty is going to go, and he's going to change records. And suddenly you hear he takes the record off, he flips on another record, and suddenly you hear, "Come on, feel the noise."
Oh.
Quiet Riot is now playing, and and now you can feel the resurgence of power in the room because it's a new record and it is blasting. All right, what is Carl going to do?
Carl's going to counteract with some Kaja Gugu on the karaoke singing.
Okay, I'll give you an extra die because it's working against the metal. So.
Okay, and then at the same time, backstab with his driver to the back of Marty's head.
Do it.
1d6 or 2?
A 2.
And a 1, 2.
Okay. All right. Roll me a d6 to see how much damage you do.
5.
Okay, so you're doing 2 points of damage. You have successfully broken the record player.
Hey!
You have the image, the thing that you struck actually strikes the thing, and the thing falls off the table, and now there's no music in the room.
Well, we can always call Ken and get him here with his band.
True. I should have had Ken's band playing the event. If he was here, he might have done that. He might have. That's right. All right, Tim, you're going to get up this round, and you're going to. I guess. What are you going to do now?
Let's see here. I am going to use my focus mag light to blind Marty.
Okay.
So maybe she can't can't find any new records.
Okay.
Where are they pulling the records out of?
Well, there's a whole stack of records. Like they're all kind of just sitting on top in a stack.
Gotcha. All right. Well, I'll take. Well, you know what, Paul?
But the record player's broken too, though. The record player is effectively on the floor.
Right. To get energy from somewhere. I guess I'll just kind of continue on with the mag light to the one. See if I can do anything with it with the one girl. Got a 5 and a 6.
Okay, roll me a d6.
D6. 1 point of damage.
1 point of damage. Okay, and when you do that, because you still have some holy water on there, you can see all three of their faces are trying to pull out, or trying to pull away from this this entity that seems to have a hold of them.
So I kind of shout, "Let them go!"
Okay, Father. Let's see, Oliver. Why don't you go? What are you going to do? Now the music stopped. Now there's no there's nothing causing anything there. Okay, you got a 5.
Oh, never mind. No, I that was accidental. But I was going to use my spray bottle now that I've got the spigot turned on.
Okay.
Try to basically kind of reinforce whatever.
All right. So you rolled. Okay. Either way. All right. Roll me. Who do you spray that on, Marty, or are you going after Marty, or are you going after the sisters?
I'm going after the sisters because it seems like they're the ones that are trying to get pulled out. And if we get them now,
you did the 1 point of damage, and at that point, all 3 girls come out of their this substance, and the images, the substances that seem to be around them, or that they were the entity that was there, has now gone. It just dissipates. And Marty, you can hear once again. You can hear you don't hear it. You hear it in your mind. You kind of feel and sense the anger from Marty that she has lost her friends. And so what do you want to do now? Right now you sense that there's anger, but also regret and also sadness coming from the entity that is Marty.
Oh, Marty, everyone wants you home. You can come party over here and, invite your friends here. You don't have to invite your friends over there.
Give me a mouth check.
2.
Nope. Does anybody else want to try anything?
I'll try to convince her or
Okay.
Tell her to give up the cause and come home. Everyone misses her. Her mother misses her.
Okay.
Now, I'm doing that because my mouth is 3d6, so I have a good shot on this, I think.
All right.
Maybe not.
Well, you got a little bit. You got close. Okay. Victor, what do you want to do?
I'll because I've known Marty from before, right?
Yeah. Yeah, you know Marty. Yeah, so you probably have the better relationship with her. In fact, and Father Carmichael comes over to you and lays his hand on you. And so like he is praying for you as you speak.
I said, Marty, sweet. I know it's tough when you're a D&D nerd like the rest of us. I know people don't like you, but it's okay because you'll find your true friends in your game. But come home now. We'll get some dice. We'll play a game. We'll get some Cheetos. We'll get some Mr. Pibb. And then I tell you what, because of all this stuff, you're going to have one hell of a story to tell. I'm going to have you on my show, and we can talk about what happened. And everybody will see you, and you'll get a whole new bunch of friends calling you and everything. So why don't you come on home now, sweetie?
Okay. How many dice are you rolling right now? What is your if I give you what's your current mouth?
Mouth is 2.
Is 2. Okay. Add 2 more dice because Father Carmichael is praying for you.
All right. See how bad I can screw this up before.
4
I got one at least.
All right, you got one. So when you finally say that to her, you can see Marty kind of just appears on stage, like it just like as if she drops out of somewhere and lands on the stage and lands hard, and then whatever has happened, you can sense that like all the equipment, like the record player and the records, all this stuff, gets sucked into somewhere. Like it just goes whoosh, and sucks in there. Marty comes out, lands hard on the stage, and is laying there whimpering.
Oh, poor Marty.
I'll go over to her. and kind of sit beside her.
Okay.
And I'll hand my keys. I guess I don't need to hand over. We're inside the building, but maybe have Oliver or the other girls are there too, right?
Yeah, 3 girls are there. Yeah.
Yeah.
3 sisters.
Well, we know that aren't the mothers out there, barricading and.
Yep, they're protesting.
So we can
Yeah.
run out there and grab the mothers of the 2 sets of girls. And,
Okay.
Yeah, I was gonna say just those two. Yeah.
All right, and you bring them in. It's a wonderful reunion. In fact, when that happens, you can hear the echoes somewhere in the gym of John Denver, "Country Roads, Take Me Home."
I was actually going to go with Todd Rundgren. Can we still be friends?
Oh, can we still be friends? Okay, that's fair enough. That's fair enough as well. But you hear in the background this angelic music of John Denver or Todd Rundgren playing as they go, and that is you have solved the issue, but the parents are still finding out they're keeping the PD, the Fairhaven PD, kind of busy because it got kind of crazy out there. Bibles were being thrown. There were signs being over kids' heads. Lots of punk rockers showed up. It was kind of a chaotic situation. So you were able to slip out. You were able to slip out of the school. And the girls come forward. And when the girls come forward with their parents outside, all the kids that are outside that recognize that were out there doing whatever they were doing, they rush past the leftover protesters and parents or whatever, and they rush and they gather around and they celebrate their homecoming. And then you, the heroes of public access, because you know the school so well, you find your way out if you choose to, or you can go out into the crowd, whichever you choose.
I
Or we
think
could
we'd like to
We could burn down the school. That'd be cool.
Yeah. Or we can hit the needle drop could be school's out for summer.
There we go. Little Alice Cooper out of here.
But so is that what you guys do? Do you guys how do you wish to end it there? What's the perfect scenario?
How about on one of those where we're all 4 together and we all jump up in the air in slow motion and it does like a freeze frame? That was a great
And there you go. That is the ending you have. That is you have defeated, and even Father Carmichael is jumping too. Woo!
We're lucky the cops never came.
Well, they were busy out front. You were lucky that they were busy out front, that the protest was going on, and they were trying to handle that. Had you gone out front, then the PD might have had a few questions for you. But it seems like you're able to, get away this time without any kind of real hassle from the Fairhaven PD. That doesn't mean they may not question you, but they'll get with you later, I'm sure. But that ends our session for WHP PA. I hope that you guys enjoyed it.
Yeah, it's so goofy. It's so fun.
It's what I would call a palate cleanser between courses.
Yeah.
Something different.
Yeah, just something different, wild, and But I want to thank everybody that's in the chat, those that were there and hanging out. Appreciate you being a part. Epic End, Mark Genre says Epic End Classic 80s.
That's right.
Exactly, Mark. Thank you. That's I think all of our hosts did such a great job of playing their characters and wrapping things up. You couldn't ask for a better group of people. So. But any feedback or anything you guys want to say? As far as the game goes, as far as the kind of the general aesthetic of it,
I love the concept of it. I really do. Yeah. I think it's a fun game.
Yeah, quirky, fun thing. If you had people that friends or family that wanted to do something different and not play the typical sword and sorcery thing, or
Yep.
space thing. Yeah. Change of pace.
Change of pace. Yeah, I don't know if you can do. I don't think. I mean, I've not seen anything written. I don't think you can do a campaign necessarily. I think everything's kind of a one shot kind of a deal. If you wanted to come up with,
Sure you could. It's called Stranger Things.
well, that's
Yeah, on how
Or
you
you can just do do an episode. I mean, look at Nancy Drew had 1,000 books.
well, that's true. Yeah. Yeah. And
Steve
there can
Austin
always.
in
Go back to the little town there a little bit more, and your NPCs. It'd probably be fun.
Yeah, and there was other. I mean, of course, you guys are building out part as the players. You guys are building out the city. If like there's a diesel shop there now, right? There's there's the school, there's the golf course, right? So as you guys build it out, there's other things that can go on and other shenanigans.
I love
that
that
can
you
happen.
paint some bathroom for the Catholic Church too. That was great.
Yeah. Yep. You have that there.
That's
You have
perfect.
exactly right for Fairhaven. That's par for the course, so to speak. So that's that is for sure. But yeah, that's I think we'll go ahead and end it there, I guess, and we'll go ahead and let these fine people that have been watching all night go, and we'll talk on the other side. So we'll once we close out here. But we want to thank everybody for coming. Thanks for watching. Thanks for being a part. Don't forget to go ahead and, if you've been watching and you're not a subscriber yet, go ahead and click the subscribe button. Be sure to go and click the thumbs up button. And it tells me you like videos like this and you want more of them. And leave some comments down below. Would you like to see another episode of WHPA 13 Heroes of Public Access? Let me know what you thought about the game. Let me know what you thought about these fine people here who I think did an outstanding job of playing their characters. Since they have never played this game before, they came up with all kinds of really cool, wild stuff. So be sure to give them lots of kudos down in the comments for playing their characters so well. But anyway, gentlemen, that'll be it for tonight, and we'll see all of you next time. WHPA 13 signing off.
You have the little, sign off game board thing to put on the screen.
Well, let me do that. If I'm going to do it that way, I gotta go back to the original, the original.
The old, that old, end of day, thing with like the, that kind of bullseye looking.
Right,
thing.
right. With the test pattern, right? Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Well, let's try it again. Well, that's WHPA 13 Fairhaven. Be sure to tune in to all these fine shows, monster shows. You have the gardening show with Oliver. You have the interview show where I'm sure that there'll be lots of interviews over on Carl's station. So be turn in there because he'll be interviewing probably 3 young ladies and Marty maybe might be on the show to discuss this strange happening. So, but thank you for tuning in for WHPA 13 Fairhaven. Good night. Good luck. God bless.